timer, right? And right now, it's all about making sure that you are ahead of the timer for the side of Vesakha. Because if they can't do it, once again, they will have their code broken by the agents.
Yeah, and it looks like Vesakha right now, I mean, this is a late game draft. I think that potentially they're, able to just kind of weather the storm. I mean, they have a good amount of wave clear, so that's not a bit of an issue. So, but Blacklist, if they win a team fight, they just might roll down mid.
Correct. The Blacklist lineup here that you are seeing right now is very potentially strong in those snowball compositions whereby you give them an inch, they would take a mile. But whether or not they can take that mile has to be proven in the Gorge itself, with Blacklist International towards the red side and Vesakha trying to equalize the series on towards the blue side. Casters, you're live.
It sounds like you were describing my ex-girlfriend there with the whole taking a mile thing. But here we go. This is going to be match number 3, game number 2. Vesakha Esports, are they able to bounce back against a Blacklist here?
That's going to be a very important question, and right off the bat, you can see the aggression coming in from the side of Vesakha. Now, it's going to be a one-on-one clash lane. Champion 1 not doing too well against Val, but he did manage to push the advantage.
Yeah, pushing in. I mean, you want any sort of advantage. I mean, it's not even minute 1 at this point, but Raven, the biggest thing for him is he's by himself. They're trying to give him a level advantage. At the same time, Blacklist International steal the spike tail under Ball's nose.
Okay, so this is going to be very important because this opens up the map for the side of the Space Sprite, which means Blacklist get the faster rotation once again in game number 2.
Yeah. For Vesakha right now, it's all about Nev. How much farm can you go? Raven is going to be the other guy, but I think that Gen Myth, for him, it's about making some rotations. Maybe you get some pickoffs, have that annihilation. But if anything, you're going to funnel that farm into Nev.
I mean, ideally on the side of Vesakha, you want them to be invading. You want them to get the level advantage. But right now, because of the ability of wave clear from the side of Blacklist, they just are doing a little bit better, which is kind of surprising because the Mai is not known for clearing waves.
Yeah, it's not. It's about those ganks. So, like, this first 5-10 minutes, key, right? How much pressure does Dragon do on the side lanes? Is he able to get some sort of a, pick off here and there? If they got first blood, that'd be gravy.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be great, but once again, Raven.
Yeah, just a little bit of damage. The pushback, the Wolves are going to be under attack on the Raven on that one, but he's a little bit low, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, there is heals coming out from Jinyoung as well. They are the deadly duo from their side of IKL. But then we have the special and deadly duo of BKL, Golden Kite and Chess. Let's see how this is going to be.
Yeah, Chammy 1, he's in familiar territory. Being outnumbered is like, how many guys can you bring on this one? Trying to go for the gank, and it means there's going to be an Raven! Raven gets picked off. Golden Kite gets the snipe out, finding him, and Raven was not level 4 to get on his dragon.
And he is golden. That's why he has golden in his name. Golden Kite, you have said it before, he has so many kills in KIC 2025, and this is one more down the list.
Oh, you talk about the golden in his name. I'm talking about the 1 in his name that I just saw right now.
All right, so it's the golden 1.
Yeah, Golden Kite getting that one. And now Blacklist International doing a great job. They're going to use that first blood, turn that into a bit of a snowball here, but Joshi doing a great job keeping on pace with Nev.
I mean, at this point, Joshi, I think he actually has the advantage because he does have the release, allowing him to take that jungle buff just so much quicker.
Yeah, it's all about that speed. Look at Blacklist International, the Umbrella Outburst onto Nev. This is going to be very lucky if they go the truth, pushing him back. They've got Nev in a great spot. They're trying to lock him down, but where's the damage? And they finally get him, Chaz. And now here comes the box. They've got trying to knock him around with a creation, and the annihilation is going to hit a couple, but they're not going to get anything more. But they find Golden Kite instead. Raven gets the pick off onto that, and Dragon dashing away. Joshi still hasn't found the target.
It's a 1-for-1. Nev falls in place of Golden Kite. Both are important markers and members on both sides. So Vesakha and Blacklist, they will be able to equalize this difference for now. It's neck and neck. I would consider this to be no difference in gold.
Yeah, no difference in gold, but this series going in, it was going to be the best of PKL, and on the other side, you're looking at IKL. This is the 3rd place team. If you're a fan of IKL, you're like, oh, this is the best you got?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's inherited, right? So maybe they haven't realized the full potential yet. But Blacklist, once again, still in dominating fashion. But at the moment, Vesakha, they do have a slight goal lead going up against Blacklist.
Yeah, it's all about that lead, and Vesakha really taking the fight to Blacklist. They've been very reactive in this sense. Very worrying considering the fact that Vesakha Esports have a great late game composition.
Yeah, they need to buy lesser time, or give lesser time to the side of Vesakha. That's the game plan for the side of Blacklist.
Oh, Umbrella first pushback. He gets the stampede on it too, setting it up with Dragon, but Genmith over the wall. Dragon is in a bad spot. He's going to be traded away. Nev is very low. It looks like he's going to limp to safety.
But we don't care. On the side of Blacklist, you get the neutral objective. So you can get the Life of Dragon, that's fine. But we have to make a trade, and the Tyrant is the best trade possible.
You know who cares? Dragon, because he died, right? I think that, I mean, he sacrificed himself for that Tyrant, so I think that he will be happy, but those are the kinds of plays you want to be making, and Dragon doing a great job setting it up with Chaz as well.
Yep, and look at the benefit. This now amplifies the jungling speed on the side of Joshi as well. He's level 9, already has half a level of EXP against Nev, and this could be the turning point for them.
Definitely a turning point. Chammy1 on the other side, he's so happy having Nev there. I mean, you spot it out. It's key, right? It's like, you know you're not really at any sort of danger.
Oh, no!
Oh, the truth. He says nay to Nev. He's like, thanks for coming to the top lane. Walk your way to the enemy jungle.
Which is crazy because the reset's 15 seconds, but that's 15 seconds too long. Now they can't take this.
Nice annihilation. The Crimson is actually going to be picked up by Joshi. Gets the smite.
Yeah, look, this is the value, right? Small things do matter at this point. Chammy1 putting defense against two different members of Vesakha. They can't do anything.
Can't do anything. I mean, but now here comes the revenge tour. They find Bao, who flashes, and it looks like they don't really have the catch. They have the Kachuzen on, but it looks like they might have found a better target in Nev. They're going to be focusing on Furballs on there, and Chammy1 getting the kill.
He had no answers. They did not know that Nev was there. They actually wanted to use a TP and instead found a better target in the form of Nev there.
Yeah, I think at the same time, Ball would have been like, actually, maybe I sacrificed myself to protect Nev, because Nev is the guy. I mean, him and Raven need to stay alive.
Yeah, you can tell, right? This is difficult mode for the side of Vesakha because the T1 on the top is going to start falling as well. Blacklist, they will manage to defend the T1 at the bottom with ease.
Yeah.
Now, this is difficult, but the goal is still shrinking between the two teams.
All right, Vesakha right now are like, if we don't move, they can't see us. We're going to wait in the brush. Looking to go for the ambush. They tried to go in with a bitter farewell, but they're going to be pushed away. Vesakha, on the other hand, are going to take the Azure Golem.
Yeah, but they were like, hey, Chammy1 does have his ultimate. Let's not stay here.
Yeah, it's a little risky at that point because you don't really know Chaz had his ult, so if you're able to get some sort of pick off, Chaz is really not the guy.
Look, every Zhangfei in the most games across here have found value.
They find Nev, they go in, they got the Ruin Gem, they find Nev, they get the pick off, the Annihilation is there, but it's not enough to get any sort of pick. They find Jun Young as well, and they're continuing on. Chaz has been this ultimate beast up in front, and they get Ball as well. 3 members down, they want to go for Raven, but he has his Dragon if they want to go. Blacklist International, they decide to calm things down, they're going to take the mid T1 instead.
I mean, at this point, Blacklist, they are unstoppable. The P in PH stands for power.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't get that memo, but it looks like in this case it's gonna be Blacklist International taking the mid T1 and 2. They're rolling it down.
Yep, and this is gonna be 3,000 ahead for the side of Blacklist International. Look at that setup once again. He had no option. It was stun after stun, and there was no damage from the side of Vesakha.
Oh, look at how Chaz, though, up front, all that disruption, knocking him around for the rest of the team to be doing all that damage. And that's a perfect setup right under the tower, not playing scared, and I love it. And they find Nev yet again. They have a little bit of the wolves coming after him. They're doing a lot of damage to him, but Nev has got to be worried. He's 2 levels behind Joshi.
That's not the only problem. He is the same level as Dragon. He's behind Golden Kite. He's supposed to be on top of the farm laner.
Yeah, there's no space, right, for Vesakha.
Oh,
and now the Umbrella Alphas, they find Nev. He's going to have to use his Blood Rage to keep himself shielded up. But now Vesakha, they're going to look to hold on this one. The T3s are still standing, but you got Vanguard marching down.
I've never been more fearful of the beast in my life. I mean, the amount of Unbridled Outbursts that Chaz #1 has found at a perfect angle, but to consistently find Nev every single time, who is, by the way, the only tank of Vesakha.
Yeah. Actually, that's the biggest part, right? I mean, if we're talking about this one, for Chammy1, he's the next generation. Did you know Chammy1's parents once competed in community esports tournaments? They introduced him to the scene, and he's chased the pro dream ever since, and he's only 19. He's one of the best Clash laners in the world.
That's the kind of parents we want, we need, and we will have in the future. And for now, Blacklist International, Chammy1 carrying not just the dreams of PKL and the fans, it is also his family.
Ken, I could be your dad.
You could be, but you wouldn't want to be.
If it's all about esports, but here we go. Blacklist International, again, the pressure. They've got that one Vanguard, the top T3, though. Nev is still there. Yeah, he's the only tank, but he's kind of a squishy guy.
Yep, he is. At this point, I mean, the level differential is hurting them so bad. Yes, he does have the blood rage, but what good does that do when you're stunned all the way for about, what, 3 seconds at least?
Oh.
And Bao can't even stand up against the damage.
Yeah, cannot. Against Jamie1, who took literally nothing on that one. And the top T3, so much
Again!
the Umbrella Outburst. They find Nev, the infinite vastness, and he's going to be on back, but they get the pick up onto Chaz with that tower. Nev with the double kill. They want to get more of a chase, but now they're looking to turn it. Jamie1 is getting bounced around. He gets Sear-stated first trouble. They got 3 members for 1.
Okay, triple kill for the side of Nev. Great recovery. But does Blacklist really feel the hurt? No, they don't. They've taken a T3 over time. Blacklist still have the advantage.
I mean, they're still gonna feel it. These are still opportunities for Vesakha to get back in the game. Yes, it's a bit of a wash. Yeah, you lost the top T3, but it's not like it's the last one standing. This is still an opening for Vesakha.
True, but take a look at the goal difference, right? Close to 4,000 gold ahead for the side of Blacklist, and once again, Joshi on his own here.
Oh, he might go for the steal. Ball looking to zone him away. He's going to be found out. Furball is up in front. They've been pushed back with that annihilation. They're trying to go for this Tyrant, and it's going to be very close, and Raven gets the steal, and now Nev is in a bad spot. He wasn't able to get over the wall, so he trades his life away for the first Shadow Tyrant of the game.
And now they're out of a tank for the next 30 seconds. Blacklist, they can definitely make this one hurt.
Yeah, they're going to go for the Overlord. Just they'll take that one instead, right? Space, give it. Space, take it. We'll take that one.
Yeah, man, right now, it's a look at the damage. This is with the Primal Bond. Yeah, this is with the Primal Bond.
Okay. I mean, they're going to pick this one up. I mean, they're not too scared in that sense, but Vesakha just fixing the lanes. They got to worry about the top one before they go. But now let's talk a little bit about Raven. He's about 700 gold behind Golden Kite. This is a bit of a worry as we only get, 11 minutes in.
It's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue now is that he's behind in farm against Joshi. He's meant to be able to melt down the tanks. And if you can't take down Joshi, you can't take down Chaz. That's a huge problem because then the access is open up for the side of Blacklist International. Anyone can get their hands on Raven. Anyone can force out that infinite vastness. And once you're out of your ultimate, you are on death's door.
Yeah, for sure. And Vesakha Esports, they need to ensure that, hey, they clear these Vanguards as quickly as possible, keep the T3s alive. You're looking for the late game just to go, but that bottom T3 getting whittled down. Golden Kite with that damage, and now in the mid lane, they have that Furball. Nev is still up in front, but he's only, what, level 13? He's not able to really tank too much. Blacklist International, and here comes Ball. He tried to go for the heroic play, fighting 1 versus 5. Where were you going? And Blacklist International will say, thank you so much, Ball, as they take the mid T3, open up this game even more.
The idea was there, but the execution was not. And now Vesakha, this is a completely barren base. Blacklist International on the cusp of a second win in a row here.
Yeah, and with these Vanguards, the Umbrella Outburst, they find him, at least on the Jun Young, who flashes on back. They have the Ruinjin. They push it back. The Infinite Fastness, and Nev is looking to fight. They have to defend, but Raven is in a bad spot. Chaz is just so tanking. And here comes Jamie1 on cleanup duty, taking down Raven. Jun Young is down. Nev is running for the hills, and they're going to take the Crystal and Blacklist International with game 2.
Once again, they break the code, and this one is 1 game away from the series going into the hands of Blacklist International.
Blacklist International looking so clean right now.